on.
My boss was cheating with a student, so I exposed him.
I hope not to any more students.
I, 27 female, am an English teacher in Japan. I work at a company that sends me all over the prefecture to teach. My furthest class is 40 minutes away. It's mainly women in their 40s and 50s. I alternate the class with my manager, 41 male. Let's call him Dave.
Okay, now that we contextually know this is
40s.
in Japan.
Well, and also we contextually know that all the students are in their 40s and 50s.
Japan has a birth rate crisis, and you're not helping, OP.
Dave's married to a Japanese woman and has a toddler. Ooh. A few weeks back.
Well, they still have a birth rate crisis. He needs another child.
A few weeks back, I was teaching our shared class. The students wanted to ask me questions during the warm-up. They asked if I had a husband and questions about my family back home. One of them, we'll call her Mika, 43 female, suddenly asked if Dave had a girlfriend. And I said he's married with a child. She looked shocked, as did the others, and they pushed me again to confirm, so I did. By the way, this comes from Credit Electronics 6730. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, I hadn't thought anything of it until last week when Dave called me into his office. He was visibly upset. He asked if I told the students about his family, and I said that I had. He was super angry and told me to never talk about his family again with students.
Especially the ones that I'm sleeping with.
He's like, if they ask, you say nothing. You just stare at them.
You say, I don't know anything about him. He's
Who is
spraying
Dave?
forth from the earth.
I don't know a Dave. I was still a bit confused, but apologized and said, okay. This week, Mika wasn't in class, and I noticed she wasn't in the attendance roll. I asked the others, and they said she quit the class. Oh, dang. It all made sense now. When I left class, Mika was waiting for me. She asked me if I was telling the truth about Dave or if I was confused. I said nothing. OP's following Dave's rules. But pulled out my phone and showed her his Facebook photos of him and his family, which I made sure to screenshot. I went to the head office this morning to teach, and Dave came into my classroom after class, and he was very angry. OP said, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
No, he's just angry about the birth rate of Japan.
He closed the door and loomed over me, saying, I told you not to talk about my family with students. I asked what he meant, and he asked me what I said to Mika. I said I didn't say anything, and that she technically wasn't a student anymore, so I didn't see any issue.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's called a loophole.
Get loopholed.
Nice. I then said he seemed awfully concerned about me telling the students about his family, and that perhaps the owner of the school would like to know why students were quitting his class.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be awfully interested. He stormed out. I'm quietly hoping this is the end of it, but something tells me there are other students that think he's single. And we've got an update, but what do you think? What do you do
I want to
here?
know how many of those students think he's hot.
Yeah.
Look, what do you do? I don't know. Keep your head down? Tell his wife? Those are two opposite things.
But that goes against the famous song, Gotta Keep Your Head Up. Hey.
Gotta keep your head up. Oh. At the end of the day, Japan just needs babies. So.
My advice is to go to the head of the school, actually. Especially if he's threatening you. The head of the school.
I think that's what was getting Dave in trouble in the first place.
The head of the school? I don't think anyone's gone to the head of the school yet. I think it's just Mika being like, I thought you were single. And he's like, stop talking to Mika. She doesn't want to date me anymore now that she knows I have a wife and child. But we got an update.
Head in the school.
Edit. Thanks for all the comments. I got a Facebook message request from Mika and I accepted it. She sent me screenshots of texts between her and Dave. Let's just say they were spicy. I think she's heartbroken, and I feel sorry that he got duped. Oh, that they got duped by him. He's so trash. Today, we had a monthly staff meeting. The owners talked about a new contract they won and the staffing. At the end, Dave got up and gave a speech about keeping teachers' personal information confidential for safety reasons. Is that why? Is that why you want it?
For the safety of my affairs. my secret affairs.
I glared at him while he spoke. We don't have an HR department because we're a small company. The owners are a Canadian man and his Japanese wife. I'm still torn about whether or not to speak with the owners. I'm worried that it'll be easier to get rid of me versus Dave. And we've got a second update. What do you think?
I think Japan needs those babies.
Okay, Dakota doesn't have... Keon, what do you think?
Japan needs more babies.
You guys have terrible advice. OP...
that is a fact.
I'm not asking for facts. I'm asking for advice.
They need those babies, and if he has to
He's not
make
even making babies.
100 babies with 100 different students who are all 45, then so be it.
Okay, first of all, the people that he's cheating on are in their 50s and 60s. I don't think they're having any more babies.
They're 40s and 50s.
It said 50s and 60s. He's 40. These women are in their 50s and 60s. They're not having more babies. He's just cheating with them. The only viable person here to be having babies is his wife, who he's cheating on, presumably not sleeping with her.
OP, you need to take Dave as your new secret husband.
What?
And save Japan.
OP's not even from Japan.
Where are they? I thought they were in Japan.
Yeah, she lives in Japan.
Yeah, so?
She moved there.
Yeah, get with the program.
Okay. Update 2. I had a very interesting conversation with another teacher, let's call him Jim, after Dave's teacher privacy speech at the staff meeting on Monday. Jim is a 36-year-old American male. He had a wife here who's currently pregnant. He said that he helped Dave host a Christmas party for students at another center back in December. It's a center where I haven't taught. Jim, during the party, said that some of the students were asking how his wife was doing with the pregnancy. One made a comment like, "You'll be the first gaijin?"
Gaijin. Oh, you know gaijin.
Nice.
Gaijin. What's that?
Foreign teacher to be a father at the school. And
Wabaki.
Jim, what?
Do you also know wabaki?
What?
Someone
What?
here has never seen Fast and Furious
I
Tokyo
know.
Drift.
know.
I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious.
I know wasabi. What's up with you?
And Jim started to say something about Dave, and Dave quickly cut him off and changed the subject. So some of the students were like, "Oh, Jim, you're going to be first dad." And Jim's like, "No, I'm not." And then Dave was like, "Oh, yeah, you are." Shh.
Yeah, he did. Shh. I'm single Dave right now.
Jim thought it was awkward, but hadn't thought anything of it. I told Jim about what happened with Dave and Mika. He told me I have to bring this to the owners. Although he doesn't have proof of Dave doing the same thing at the other school, he said it seems sus. I made an appointment to see both managers on Friday afternoon, and I've decided to show them the screenshots that Mika sent me. Wish me luck. I'm so nervous. And we're barreling on through to the next update. I had my meeting with today.
I had my meeting with today. It was glorious.
With
I woke up, I
today.
said, today, what's on the agenda?
I think OP meant to say I had my meeting today with the owners. The Canadian owner, Brian, came to the meeting. His wife, Naomi, couldn't make it. I was honestly so nervous because I really liked this job and didn't want to jeopardize it, but was concerned that Dave wouldn't let it go. There is a lot of travel involved, but I can study on the train between classes. I printed the screenshots that Mika sent me of the spicy text exchange between her and Dave, so I had receipts. I also kept a record of dates and times where the events happened. When I sat down, I felt absolutely sick. Brian asked if I wanted water and looked very concerned. I started from the beginning and made sure to apologize for talking about another teacher's personal life in class and that it was an honest mistake. I told him about Mika sending me a message request on Messenger and the screenshots which I produced from my bag. I told him that Dave had cornered me in my classroom, and finally I pulled out my employment contract and pointed to the clause that stated it is strictly prohibited to have a relationship with a student outside of class. And I said it was likely the same for Dave.
Oh, and that's where he goes. OP,
Dave's got his own contract.
OP, Dave's got a clause in his contract that his duty comes to
His
country first, which is why he's trying to find a way to get 50 and 60-year-old women pregnant so we can save the tax base of Japan.
And then OP continued. At this point, my hands were shaking and I felt sweaty. Brian sat quietly for a minute processing and looked very concerned. He said that it was an honest mistake on my part and that he was glad that I had the courage to come to him with the information because it looked bad from a business perspective for teachers to be dating students.
That's the only perspective that it looks bad?
He's
Okay.
like, just like business-wise. I mean, they're both adults, so it is really just business-wise.
But one is an adult with a wife
Yes.
and a child.
Morally also bad. But Brian doesn't care about morals.
Brian only cares about
Money.
what gets the students the most engaged in their classes.
Yeah. He told me not to worry about Dave, that he was the one who was in the wrong by crossing a line with a student. He said he'd talk to Naomi about the situation and decide the best way forward. He also said my job was safe and not to worry about it over the weekend. You're fired on Monday. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Dave now, and I'll update next week when I find out. Do we think that OP's going to keep her job? Do we think that Dave's going to lose his? What's in your mind?
I think OP's getting fired for not being pregnant enough.
Let's be realistic
This is terrible. This is terrible business.
That seems like the most plausible, like, oh, Dave gets fired, OP's good. But I don't know. What if like the turntables here? What if the tables are turned on OP and like OP gets fired, Dave still works? What do we think?
Dave gets fired. In an unquenchable thirst for vengeance, he creates a small army of babies by impregnating every
I'm
50-year-old
muting you.
woman he comes across.
I am gonna mute you.
This is a terrible world that you live in your mind.
This is not my world. This is Dave's
This
world.
is your world.
Yeah, clearly, Dave needs to be gone.
Bye. I hope he gets fired Monday. Edit. I went for drinks. Oh, wait, no. Yes. Update 4. Edit. I went for drinks and with some other teachers last night. After a couple of drinks, we were more relaxed, and one of them said that Dave had been trying to dig up dirt on me the last week or so. He asked if I hung out with students outside class or if I'd been late to class. He's going to show up to Brian and be like, well, yes, I was sleeping with Mika, but OP was late.
Also, was she late on her period?
Ah! I can't escape.
It's a real problem.
Problem?
That's a bigger problem.
Being late on your period?
No. The babies.
I don't hang out with students outside class because it's prohibited, so I'm safe. I didn't tell them about Dave and Mika because I'm sure it'll come out next week.
Bro, why wouldn't you just tell them?
Yeah, why not?
What is up with like
Why
that
would it come
needing
out
to be a
next week?
secret?
That doesn't make
Somebody
sense.
in the comments said what you should have done at that meeting was also propositioned. Yeah, and can we also make it very clear that teachers are not to date students and then just look directly at Dave?
Yeah.
Especially when they're married. Oh.
Yeah. I like that. That would have been a baller move. Seriously giving desperate vibes on his part, and I'm desperate for you to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Please go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and just listen to OK Storytime.
You
Or
could.
else. Or else.
I'm desperate.
Think of all the stuff you're missing.
Yeah, full episodes like this. But we got a little bit left to this story. Final update to finish us off. Any final comments? Not on the Japanese birth rate, please.
I was just going to say, you should have told on Dave. Told on him right away.
Tell on Dave. What?
Do the
Like, why protect him in any form?
Does Japan have a very anti-snitch culture or something? Like,
Yeah, it's like
Snitches get
yeah.
stitches?
Rule number 1: snitches get stitches.
yeah.
Maybe it's universal.
Nah, I feel like OP's trying to go about this in the most,
I think she just doesn't want backlash.
exactly. Like she's trying to go about this with like no
Which is
like
fair.
remorse, like nothing coming back to her. Just like
No remorse?
not remorse. I can't think of the right word, but like it doesn't come back to OP.
Retribution.
Yeah, retribution. Nothing like gets back to her, and like it's gonna get nip OP in the bud.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
But there is a 5th update. I ended up being out of the office last week because I was filling in for a sick teacher.
Oh, so wait here. This is actually a really big thing. Bootleg
Yes.
pirate brings us up. It's because Japan has a culture that's
Oh.
largely against women speaking out against anything, which is that's.
But OP's not I am right? OP is not originally from Japan?
OP
She is not.
Yeah, so I wonder if this is like her own thing or if she's just kind of adhering to it.
Yeah, maybe that.
Well,
yeah.
that's probably the one. That's probably a double combo.
Yeah.
Not only are you a woman, you're not a woman from around here.
But I'm in a group chat with some of my colleagues, so I was kept in the loop. And they said on Monday, Dave had been taken off the teaching schedule. There was an announcement on Friday that Dave was leaving the school. That was a week after my chat with the owner. I am honestly shocked that it was that quick. I've just come out of a meeting with both of the owners. They said that Dave decided to quit. After some gentle nudging?
He decided to quit to focus on his family.
Yeah. I copied a lecture on not talking about other teachers' personal stuff in class from the Japanese owner. The meeting ended on them thanking me again for coming forward, so a bit confusing meeting all in all.
Well, that takes care of that.
Oh, I think maybe they said it copied a lecture? I think they, again, went over the
Maybe
personal
copped.
stuff.
Maybe there
Maybe
was
they
a
copped
lecture.
a lecture.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cop the
Yeah, I
lecture real
copped a
quick.
lecture on not talking about. I think OP is saying that the owners once again said, Dave's gone, don't talk about personal stuff, and thank you for coming forward.
Guys, Tom Brady's following us on TikTok.
Tom Brady.
Thomas Brady.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Also, yes. Hello.
What?
I did listen to Origami Angel, and they do rock. That band rocks. Origami Angel is sick.
Origami Angel. Well, that is the end of that story, and we've got another one coming right up.
We got some donos. Shawnee OP on the Purple app. You know, that
Purple
one.
app.
That one that makes you go
On
a
the
little-
one that makes you go, ah.
Yeah, make that one. Donated, was it 10 gifted subs? So thanks, Shawnee OP, for that.
Yeah, I was wondering where
you.
that came from at the top. Thank
Yeah.
you, Shawnee OP.
Appreciate.
And thank you, Amelia Hellman, for your $32. It is my birthday.
Hey!
Just enjoying the day with my son, and we'll eat some cake here soon.
What kind of
Aw.
cake?
How fun. I'm a fig fooses. Where did I get my sweater? I stole it from my boyfriend.
Word to my
But
sweater.
he got it from his friend who got it from Etsy.
Oh no, I was gonna say he stole it from the Northern Air Tribe.
What?
Northern Air Temple. Or
What?
is it the Southern Air Temple?
The turtle? What?
The turtle duck.
What are you trying to say?
He's talking about Avatar.
I know. But that doesn't make any sense.
Or does it?
Keon said something that doesn't make any sense.
That's not a
Okay,
first.
fine.
And now I'm scared.
Thank you for being a member for 27 months. In the time I've been a member, 3 Japanese babies could have been born.
That is true.
Very
Something to think about.
Okay, Boot. I know that it's from. I know that it's from Avatar. I was just. I was confused why he was specifically saying the air temples because
There's
There's
no,
Fire
There's no
Nation.
turtle ducks.
There's no free sponsors.
There's turtle ducks. There's
Yeah.
a lion turtle.
no turtle ducks are. Remember the scene in it's like the flashback in the Fire Nation with Baby Zuko and he's like feeding the turtle
No.
ducks.
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
Azula starts
That's
going
why I was confused. They
crazy
were
on the
talking about
turtle
the air
ducks.
temples. I don't think they're. I don't remember seeing them in the air temples.
They
Oh.
had turtle duck abuse in
Wrong. You say I don't know
Avatar?
Avatar. I know Avatar so well.
Maybe the Fire Nation brought the turtle ducks to the Northern Air Temple to wipe them out.
Yeah, man.
Maybe that's what happened.
Jess asked, "How did the live go?"
It was so live.
It was very fun.
It was so.
We
it was
had,
very
like,
fun.
I had a blast. I think the audience, I heard not only did like you guys who came seemingly have a good time, but also we had a lot of friends and family.
Seemingly.
Yeah, seemingly. I don't want to speak for you, but we had a lot of friends and family who came who have like never seen us do our job, and they also said they loved it. So
That was a fun
come to
time.
our next one. We're probably gonna do more.
Yeah, it was
A
very fun.
grade A classic fun time.
I hope everyone had
My
a
good
time.
time. My good time boys.
My rag. I couldn't remember the.
My
full
sweet
quote.
cheese.
My
Sweet cheese.
Um.
All right. Well, we got another story coming right up.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Miss
Dakota?
Rachel says, "Come to Texas."
The Miss Rachel.
Howdy.
Yeah, had a very fun weekend, which I'll talk about later.
Okay.
Art thou ready?
Yes.
Oh, Jabba says, I
Boost.
think you guys should also something. I want to ask, was Archer there?
Oh.
Because I thought that was Archer in one of the pictures. I love her music. Yes, our friend Archer was there, and she has great music.
Yes.
Who just hit us with all
Yeah.
those bits?
She came and supported us.
Shawnee OP throwing bits. Throwing around 4,269
So
bits.
many bits.
That's a lot of bits. Sadly,
Um,
couldn't make it.
Jesse Saffel says, I want to share my story about
Wait.
my dad, but I don't know where to start. So you're going to go to Reddit. You're going to make an account. If you don't have a Reddit account, you're going to go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. And then you're going to post there.
Yes.
I will add those
And
bits to
Also,
the
what did
bar.
Shawnee OP say?
Bum, 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 bum.
What did they say?
Give me a second.
As long
Couldn't
as
make
it's
it,
not-
but it was a nice show. Yes, you were
Yeah.
there digitally.
Thank you.
Digital love. You
And
know?
as long as you follow all of our guidelines.
Papa Donner broached the
yeah.
chat.
But
he did, he
Your dad
did.
was having
was
so much
broaching.
fun with
He
the
was
chat.
having a blast.
He was. He was honestly like chuckling the entire
Oh,
time.
Jesse Saffel says, what I mean is there was a lot. Oh, okay. Well, for anyone who didn't know how to do it, now you know.
All right, Shawnee OP. I'll go ahead and update the goal bar with the bits. I have to do that manually. So
I think
Give me a
it
second.
did update.
no, it did not. I'll show you why.
Okay.
Yeah.
But first, read us the story. 3, 2, 1.
I told my coworker I won't babysit her child anymore, but she got mad.
Why not?
I, 20 female, am very close with one of my coworkers, female 31. She has a very sweet 9-year-old daughter. I babysit this daughter most weekends for free. I also have a lot of pets, including several fish tanks.
Oh my! Several fish tanks?
Several.
That's a lot of space.
OP's living the life aquatic style. My coworker's daughter has always been super interested in my pets, wanting to hold, feed, and watch them. One day I noticed something was off with one of my tanks. Several fish had gone missing.
She's like, why the fishes? I don't know where any of the fish went.
I found them on the floor behind the tank, already gone.
Oh, I thought she ate them. That's what I was implying right there.
She was
Where-
practicing her Houdini trick.
Well, I don't know where the fish went. Oh.
It's like, I've got the swallowing the fish part down, but I can't make it come back. The number that had ended up on the floor was really strange, given that I have floating plants to help keep the fish safe. I have cameras in my house, mostly to watch my pets while I'm at work. I checked the footage near that tank and saw something that really upset me.
I'm scared.
And the person who was upset was Disastrous Wash 8968. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're going to read this here story. We're going to have our thoughts. We're going to maybe give some advice on how to deal with this 9-year-old fish slayer. But I've never dealt with one of those personally. So if you have your own thoughts, let us know in the comments. And OP says, whoa. My coworker's kid had been reaching into the tank, waiting for fish to swim close, then removing them and placing them behind the tank, repeating this several times before walking away.
I'm confused where you were.
I love that this 9-year-old's like, I'm going to play God.
With the fi-
Die.
See,
Sorry,
you-
alive.
There are too many fish in this tank for my tastes.
Population control. I don't understand where you were. Why was this 9-year-old alone for
Yeah.
long enough to take out so many fish?
Yeah, it shouldn't be that quick you
Like,
know.
Also to the point where OP had to check the tapes.
I mean, maybe the 9-year-old just was like, I like looking at the fish.
And OP was
And
like,
so he's like, okay,
"Alright."
yeah, you can look at my fish.
I don't know. Personally, when I babysit, even when it was with older children, like, yeah, you can kind of leave them alone to a certain extent. But if it was just one kid, I would spend a lot of that time, like, hanging out with them.
Me personally, I very much respect the rules of natural selection. So, shout out Charles Darwin.
I don't know. I feel like a good rule is like never leave a kid alone. A kid that you don't really know.
Just
Around
period.
animals.
Yeah, never
around
leave a
any-
kid alone.
Never leave a kid alone
Yeah.
that you don't really know.
I
like-
think it's just weird if you're babysitting,
Yeah.
especially if you're babysitting.
She was baby sleeping.
Yeah.
She left the fish there without telling anyone. As soon as I saw that, I got very angry and called my coworker and told her that her daughter was not allowed back to my place. I explained what happened, expecting her to be disgusted and apologize for her daughter's actions. Instead, she got mad at me, which, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Like, you're supposed to be watching my daughter. That's the whole point of the babysitting.
It's like, yeah, what have you been doing? I had called her on Friday and was supposed to watch her daughter the next day while she worked.
Clearly, you weren't watching her before. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think it would. Are you more mad that it's like the skill issue that you weren't watching the 9-year-old close enough?
yeah. Like, do I think that mom should have said, I'm so sorry that she did that. We'll cover the cost of new fish, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But also, as a babysitter, you should have been watching this kid.
I explained that I wouldn't put any animals in harm's way by letting her come back to my house. She said some stuff about people making mistakes and that her daughter is young. This made me even more upset, and I told her that this was very concerning behavior for a child and that her daughter might benefit from talking to someone, and then hung up on her.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think probably way more disturbing at 9 than it would be at like 4.
Yes. At 9, you're old enough to know that this is a living creature that OP is taking care of and likes.
She was playing Fish
I feel
God.
like maybe, you know,
Odd.
I'm thinking what the kid did was like, oh, I want to touch the fish. The kid grabs the fish.
It flops out of her
It flops
hand.
out of her hands. He goes, uh-oh.
I'll try again.
Didn't like that. I'm not going to tell anyone about this.
And then
No
she
one
did
will
it
know.
10 more times.
No one's going to know where the fish aren't there. They're just sleeping, right?
Shout out to Lee on TikTok that says, "This sounds like something my older sister did in like 1994."
Yeah,
Yeah,
kids were so
honestly,
bored they had to play with the fishes, you know?
I knew this girl who went to my middle school, and she was a lovely, very sweet, kind person, but she would always tell stories about how she just I don't know if it was on purpose, but she tortured hamsters.
No.
I don't think she actually like intended to torture them,
No.
but I think
No, the intention's there.
I think they did not have a good life.
Oh, boy.
No.
So sometimes I think kids are a little psychopathic.
Yeah, like that
No.
one kid from, what's that one show?
I have no idea.
Oh.
That really
Law and
narrows
Order.
it down.
Law and Order. It's from Law and Order.
There was a
Oh,
lot
with
of
the scissors?
psychopathic children.
No,
in
it's
that.
like the one psycho. Like he like smiles. Like the
I
guy.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the
Can't
best
you
episodes.
also, side note,
Yeah.
lock your door and, I don't know, get paid to watch this kid you've been watching for free? Low key, that's why the mom's upset.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, no, sure. Watch my daughter for free, please.
Please.
It's been a few days, and I'm feeling very conflicted. I love this kid. I've been babysitting her since I was 17 and she was 6. She's a very sweet, quiet girl, and from what I've personally observed, she loves my animals. But I have video evidence of what she did to my fish. I don't want her to try to do something similar with my other pets. I genuinely can't think of a reason she would have done this. Maybe she was just practicing her fishing. Am I the a-hole for not letting her come back to my house? We do have an edit, but what do you think?
I think I need the edit. I think I need to know the level of like.
I want to know what this kid did with the fish. Like, did she
Well,
like and then
left them, yeah.
threw it? Yeah, like
I
put
think
it
so.
behind. Yeah.
I think she just picked them up and then put them behind the tank. I need to know what level of like watching OP was doing, and I think that might be about to be clarified.
Maybe she's just like the kid is just part squirrel.
Yeah, she's just clambering over everything.
She was just storing those for later.
Oh,
Yeah.
I took that a different route.
There's an edit. I feel like I need to clarify some things. I'm using babysitting loosely here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly you don't look
Yeah.
after your
I think that's the exact problem is you're letting the babies run loose.
Well, she's
They're
like,
loose.
hold on, it's not a baby. It's a
She's like-
9-year-old.
Yeah, she's
Duh.
like, I'm using babysitting loosely here. I don't look after her. She's just in my house.
I'm a very literal person. Once they're not sitting, I don't know what to do. For the most part, we would watch TV together or she would watch me play games in the living room.
Sounds
That's
like a-
babysitting. She would hang out with the cats and dogs and sometimes help me with my other animals, something she would ask to do. I wouldn't follow her around the house, especially the past year, because I trusted her to make good decisions. She's 9.
Yeah.
And I have cameras that send me notifications for loud noises.
Clearly those didn't help you.
She was the silent menace of your fish tank. I assure you all that she was receiving attention. If this was something she did for attention, then why do it now and not in the 3 years I've been babysitting her? Also, to clarify why I did it for free, my coworker is a very busy woman and a single mother who works 2 jobs. Okay, fair enough. She's also very helpful at work and often covers shifts when needed. I also didn't mind having her daughter around because she would offer to help clean up while she's here. She's also a very quiet kid, very willing to sit and watch TV for hours at a time. It never felt particularly like a job, and I didn't want to make her mother pay for anything on top of everything she already pays for. And there is an update.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay you for your babysitting services. You're not. Just making this kid watch TV all day.
I mean, it makes sense
I guess that isn't babysitting then.
that, like, it makes sense that you would not be that worried. You've got 3 years of experience with the kid. It's like you probably
Sure.
know, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just really weird. This is just a really weird situation.
I guess more so my thing, and OP is not being paid, so it is a little bit of a different situation. But I babysat a kid, like 4 kids from who like ranged in ages for like I think about 2-3 years. And they were all pretty easy. I mean, there was like the youngest was 2. It was like 2, 5, 8, and the oldest was 10 or 11, and she was the oldest girl.
Yeah, you
And,
just
you
let
know,
the
she could kind of-
11-year-old
yeah.
take care of all the kids.
No, it's not what I did. I played with the kids, and she kind of did whatever she wanted and joined if she wanted to, or like read a book or something. So like for the most part, she was pretty independent. But I would still like, you know, I wouldn't just let her watch TV all day.
Yeah, that'll rot your brain.
It'll rot your brain. I don't know. I think it's just I think you should have had a little bit of a better eye on her.
You
That's
should've-
my-
You know what
that's
you really
my
should have had a better eye
thought.
on? Your fish. You failed your fish.
Yeah.
Now you're taking it out on this sweet, innocent
Like-
9-year-old who did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's no way that this kid was like, at least arms were not wet, or like, you know, like splash on her, like,
Oh, she's very thorough.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
she hid the evidence.
yeah, sure she did.
Couldn't find it.
Or was OP just not looking?
I don't think OP was looking. I think OP was playing games.
Yeah, like, truthfully, like, if it's the same thing with like, oh, the kid had a fork and there was an outlet, but I wasn't looking.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you don't expect a 9-year-old to stick a fork into an outlet.
You don't.
But they could.
Those dang TikTok trends. Update. A couple days ago, I posted about my coworker's 9-year-old daughter and what happened with my fish, which led me to say she couldn't come back to my house.
Wait, good morning, Putty Potato says OP never said they were a good babysitter. All they said was that they were a free babysitter.
Yes.
That's also
This is
Fair.
true.
an
This is-
important
You get what you pay for.
distinction.
touche.
I finally talked to the daughter. I allowed her to come over on Sunday. I asked her if she knew why I was upset, and she told me she hadn't known I was upset. Her mother lied to her and said the reason I wouldn't let her come over last weekend and Saturday was because I was busy. I then showed her the video and explained why I was upset. First, here's some more context. The fish were guppies. If you know anything about guppies, you know they breed like nothing else. You can go from having 2 to having 50 in a month. It's insane, and something I complained about often.
Oh, she was trying to help you. She's like, I shall play God because my babysitter fears to do it.
You are too many in this tank, guppy.
Your owner is weak.
My hand shall guide the natural order of this tank.
I shall call your numbers until you are few.
Every couple of months, I give some of my guppies to a local fish store. I refer to this as getting rid of the babies.
It's crazy.
That's a... What?
That-
I can
What kind
see
of-
where your 9-year-old maybe got confused.
What do we
mixed
call-
signals here?
She
OP
said
call-
I was getting rid of the babies.
Yeah, OP calls it's getting rid of the baby's time. What?
Oh, I'll get rid of the babies right now. My coworker's daughter told me that she thought she was helping me, that she removed the fish for me. She said she knew that I didn't like having too many of them and had noticed there were a lot and thought she'd help. I then explained that I give the fish back to the pet store when there are too many. I don't just remove them myself. And by the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this because we never remove them from iHeartRadio or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. You just have to search OK Storytime and there they are. Mwah. Okay, so
I think that was awfully sweet of her. Maybe not the, it was well intentioned, perhaps poorly executed, or well executed.
Well, they were
Yeah.
executed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know how busy her mom is, but she's got to wake up. She can't be just lying to your kid about that.
Yeah.
You can't be doing absolutely nothing about that. You
That
can't be
was
having no
crazy.
conversation.
No,
with your
like,
kid about that.
consequences? That was pretty wild. It seems like everyone around this kid is just like, do whatever you want.
Well, it would have come out, I assume, if she was like, I thought there were too many and I need to get rid of them for her.
Yeah.
Very 9-year-old.
Very 9
Yeah, not sociopath, just
No.
population control.
Yeah.
I also explained that handling animals, no matter how small, without permission and without proper care is wrong. She apologized profusely, continuing to say she thought she was helping. I asked why she hadn't told me about it or asked before she did it, and she didn't have much of an explanation, just kept apologizing. She was very upset, and I dropped the subject. I'm not sure how to feel about this explanation. She seemed sincere when she said it.
She's 9. Unless she is a sociopath, I think she's telling you the truth.
I don't know how to feel about this most rational, logical, understandable explanation a 9-year-old could possibly give me when I say things like, getting rid of the babies.
I don't understand why she could have misunderstood that.
Then you
Okay.
complained about it all the time.
I
Yeah.
also am going on. I looked up how much guppies cost because I was like, if it's a really expensive fish,
They're
like a
not.
Guppies
No.
are
fish,
guppies
They
are,
are
guppies
not
are not
cheap.
expensive.
Like they're truly like
So
So cheap.
a cost of guppies typically range from $2 to $15.
And that's PPG, price per guppy.
yeah.
Depending, like common feeder guppies are $1 to $3, basic fancy guppies are $4 to $8, premium strains $10 to $30, and breeding pairs/trios $20 to $60. So ultimately, we're probably, let's say we're in the $30 range.
I doubt we're in the $30.
I doubt it too, but
because these are also the guppies that she's breeding, so she
yeah,
isn't
we're at
paid
the
for
$0
them.
range.
Yeah,
these
these are free.
guppies.
Well, she's donating them, so
These
she's not
guppies are
making
just
money,
the
but-
cherry on top of
Yeah.
your fish sundae.
so like the kid made a mistake.
Gross.
If it was like $1,000 fish, okay, I would be really upset. But
yeah.
we didn't lose. It was net zero.
I just don't think it's super comparable to be like, what if she hurt my other animals when there are guppies that you were also getting rid of?
Yeah, do you say that about any of the other offspring of your other
Yeah.
animals? It's time to get rid of the babies. I want to believe her, but I'm still confused on why she hadn't told me about it. Maybe
I don't know, she probably
because she
forgot
was
about it.
9
Yeah.
and she just thought she was being a big girl.
She's like, yeah, I did it. What was I doing?
Yeah, I did it.
Ice cream?
I want peanut butter and jelly. I want to watch
I'm
TV
hungry.
for 4 straight hours now.
Yeah, you let her watch
Sam, I don't
TV for
please.
hours. Why was that a
No.
thing? You're a bad babysitter. Her mom's not doing a good job either,
Nah,
but you're
letting
a
me
bad
watch
babysitter.
TV for 4 hours, really cool babysitter.
I had this one kid that
Really
I
like
babysat
that.
when I was in college. She was 2, and she had the most energy of any child I've ever met. And I would babysit her for 5 hours at a time. And for 5 hours straight, we would play a version of tag where we just ran around the house for 5 hours. And then I'd be like, please, can we watch Bluey, please? And she'd be like, for 10 minutes, we'd watch Bluey. And then she's like, I'm bored. Let's do it again. And I'm like, okay.
I'm bored. Chase around the house now.
Okay. And literally, I was like, for 5 hours, I would chase this girl. And I feel like I was so fit in that time.
You had to have been to keep up with the
But she was a
5-year-old
real
running
cutie.
around. They're fast. They're quick. They're quick. The youth.
But we got another story.
Yes, we do.
Wee.
Yes, we do. Kim says, please no more with the fish waffles and the fish ice cream.
Fish waffles.
Fish waffles.
Fish waffles.
Fish waffles? That sounds
Hmm.
like that could actually taste really well if you really good. If you executed
Really
it well,
good.
it could taste really good. Y'all ever had savory waffles?
Bless you.
Thanks. What did I do Friday? What happened Friday?
What did happen Friday?
What happened last Friday?
What
night?
happened
What
Friday?
happened Friday?
Last Friday.
What
night.
happened?
Did we dance on tabletops?
What happened to Friday?
I don't remember what I did Friday.
Did we take pictures? Did we forgots? All right, we got a story to read. Think about it.
Oh, your girlfriend came over and we watched Squid Games.
Oh, that's right. You guys were squidding it up.
Mm-hmm. We're almost at the end.
Hmm.
Something crazy just happened.
I feel like a squid.
All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
My coworker is copying everything about me, even my tasks.
You're just such a good example.
So for context, I work in a restaurant. About 7 months ago, we got a batch of new hires, 3 boys and a girl who all call Sarah. I am an FOH manager, so it's my job to train all new hires. So it's pretty standard for me to be the first person some people bond with. Sarah was the first hire I met, and us both being girls made it easier to get comfortable. While training, I asked a few of the standard personal questions. Age, previous jobs, college major, etc., etc.
Also, just we were talking about a restaurant because FOH means front of house.
It said that, yes.
Did it say that?
It started off with, I work in a restaurant. But thank you for clarifying. I didn't know what FOH meant.
Guys, I'm
So.
just thinking about Japan.
Based off first impressions, she seemed nice and very eager to learn. I did notice by her second shift, she already was a little touchy about being corrected. It was minor, just some uniform policies and table setting corrections. I chalked it up to nerves and just wanting to do a good job, albeit slight overreactions. The first real indication something was a little off was how jealous she was of the other hires. The next shifts I would see her, she would ask about the other hires. They don't usually get to meet each other right away, as I can only train one person a shift. She would ask if she was better than them, learn faster, things like that. I would laugh it off, joking that I love all my babies equally. I'm only 2 years older than her and the rest of the hires, lol. By the way, this comes from OV Sweater Stealer, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia,
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
and we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, I truthfully thought it was playful or competitive banter until I finished her test to prove she could work alone. And she goes, didn't I do such a good job? Tell me how proud you are of me.
Oh.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh.
With a huge and expectant smile on her face.
I do this to Riley all the time.
Please tell me how proud you are. It honestly threw me off, but I did tell her she did a good job and left it at that. After her test, I noticed her quickly trying to take on responsibilities that pertained to my job description. despite not having a strong handle on her own at that point. Constantly trying to help me with my tasks at every turn, despite not needing help or even ignoring her own job to try to concern herself with mine. That's not good.
She's like, I just want to be you.
I just want to make your job obsolete. Next, every time I'd see her, she would lay the compliments on thick, especially about my hair. Then I noticed she would start to copy the exact hairstyles I would wear to work on her next shift. Honestly, I thought it was cute at first, thinking it was a coincidence or that she was learning what was okay to wear to work. But every next shift, it would be almost a carbon copy of the last one she saw me wear. Down to the accessories.
This
Dang.
is, yeah. If someone was doing this with me, I would instantly be like, "That, what are you doing?"
A month? It's very weird.
You got to call it out and be like, hey, so I notice you're doing whatever it is
You're doing this, whatever.
But you're
I
doing
am.
it worse.
I'm flattered, but please stop being me.
Be you. A month passes, and she now has bangs cut the same style and length as mine. But again, super popular. Bangs are so in right now, and she did say she liked my hair so much, so it makes sense.
Yeah, she wants your hair.
She's like,
I love your hair.
Give me
Give
your
it
hair.
to me.
Give me a lock of your hair.
Give it to me so I can cook it into a dish and eat it.
After the bang, she dyed her hair black, as is mine. It was brown when she first started, but she decided to go back to black as she missed her natural hair color. Sure, makes sense to me.
No, stop saying it makes sense to
He's
you.
like, this is fine, right? It's okay.
He's like, I'm flattered. I really like this. Keep going.
I mean, it does make sense in the context of existence to just not think someone is a crazy person
Yeah.
mimicking everything that you do at first.
No.
And then it gets
Ooh.
more and more apparent that that is what's happening.
It's apparent that we need a parent. We need a parent here. Help.
Sarah then took notice of my customer relationships, as I have a lot of regulars who seek me out, or how easily I can make connections with new customers. To be clear, we all share tips, so it's not a tip competition thing. My money is her money and vice versa. She made it very clear that she wanted the same thing and wanted to be recognized by customers. I agreed it was nice building those relationships, and she probably will once she works here longer. She said she was jealous of how much of a people person I was, and she doesn't know how to do what I do.
But I'm learning. Every day I study you when you're not looking.
Terrifying. I thanked her for the compliment and assured her that it took time and practice to become the people person she saw me as. I had a horrible social anxiety before this job. I also told her that she'd find her own style of service that will attract her own regulars. And my way isn't the only way. She looked upset and dissatisfied with my response. She's like, but I can only do your way.
But why can't you just give me all of your regulars? Tell me that I'm your favorite and tell them that you love me.
Please. After that, I noticed she picked up some of my habits when she hadn't before. Similar tones and cadences, phrases, and bits I would use with tables, especially ones my coworkers already lovingly teased me for, because they found them dorky and I'm the only one who used them. My coworkers took notice of this the most. Some found it weird, but others took it as habits that she might have picked up from training with me. I refrained from making any comment about it, as to not stir any pot when it comes to coworkers or employees. However, this one rubbed me wrong the most. Thankfully, as I was really starting to feel weird about her, I worked with her less. She didn't need to be trained, and our schedules didn't have to be synced anymore. Until recently, I've been working with her more often again. I'm back to training a new batch of hires, mostly girls this time, and I'm seeing patterns resurface.
How is no one like...
I don't think it's a big enough deal in terms of her job that, a coworker could call her out on it. Like maybe if OP came up and said she's making me uncomfortable.
Has she been copying anyone else since you
Doesn't
guys
seem
haven't
so.
been synced up?
Yeah, well, who was she before? Yeah, who did she copy before?
Yeah. Kim Fine says she's a people person, as in she's a person who likes to wear other people. I've caught her trying to train a new hire as she's ignoring her actual duties during a rush. It was the first and only time I had to reprimand her, as I had to ask her multiple times to focus on her work and not mine. This week, she has taken up calling people the same pet names I use for everyone. I truthfully don't even know what to think. My gut says this is all too weird and too much. My brain says she's just trying to fit in, but I can't shake the feeling. Even up to last week, I thought I was being sensitive about the copying thing and wasn't actually convinced she was, until a new slew of overstepping started up again.
I would just start doing something really out of pocket and see if
Yeah.
she does it. And then if she does it, I'm like, all right, cool. We got to talk about this.
Like you wear a bald cap,
yeah.
like a really, really good-looking bald cap.
It's time to start wearing wigs.
Yes.
Yeah. Good
The
morning.
time is now.
Good Morning Petty Potato says people dismiss this behavior a lot, and yeah.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing for OP because, you know, what do you call out? She's wearing the same hairstyle as me. It's hard to do it in a way that is actually taken seriously.
She's copying me.
She's copying me. She's touching me. Stop.
You just do, why are you copying me? And she just does the, why are you copying me?
Yeah.
The echo.
That
Ooh.
might be the most effective bone shaking way. You go, why are you copying me?
Why are you copying me?
Why are you copying
Why are
me?
you copying me?
Why are you copying
Why are
me?
you copying me? It's like Meisner. Please, someone tell me if I'm overreacting to this and need to chill about her, or if she's really copying me. And we've got an update. Let's see what happens. Shortly after this post was made, I found it a bit easier to detach from Sarah, realizing it wasn't just me and she was pushing boundaries. Oh, so maybe she's also doing this, as you were asking, Keon, with other people.
Was she pushing boundaries? Because I don't remember you setting any.
True.
Ooh.
You know what? I don't think you've brought this up at all. I was also so very busy with all my new trainees and the restaurant itself, I didn't have much time to focus on much else. However, problems began when there was some overlap with Sarah and my training days. I just kept noticing it, the mini-managing and overstepping her role. She would be quick to interject on questions that were asked to me, to show she knew the answer, or would reiterate things I had just told my trainees. She would find things to nitpick them about, scold them, and tattle to me about how she took care of it for me, despite breaking similar small rules herself not too long prior. Everything came to a head this past Sunday. It's normal for us to all work the dining room, my trainee shifting from shadowing me to going off on his own as needed. Yet Sarah was starting to follow him around and watch his performance, similar to the way I do during training. This is where I had a huge problem. Not only is it not her job, but there were many other things that needed her attention at that moment, and now I was working a floor alone. I called her over and told her I needed her to start working on drinks. She told me that I had to wait, as she's busy watching the trainee perform a task that I already gave him the go-ahead to do. Now you're telling OP to wait? I finally had to put my foot down and told her, no, now. This is not your job. I don't need you babysitting while I have a full dining room. He's fine. She looked a little taken aback that I had been so harsh, as it's really out of character for me. She apologized, made an excuse about how she thought I would have wanted her to, and then made drinks.
I just thought you would have wanted me to because I'm you.
I'm you, and I thought that, wherever you aren't, I should be. I finally brought up this issue with my other FOH manager. I first asked if she'd ever noticed any overstepping or boundary pushing issues with Sarah on her shifts. She said she couldn't think of anything and considered her a perfectly average worker. I don't know. I don't really think about her
I
at
don't know.
all.
Is that reflecting back to OP?
Yeah.
Not memorable in any way.
Who are we talking about? She asked why I suddenly brought her up, and I told her everything from my original post and some other odd details that are a little too specific for Reddit. She did mention she noticed her copying me in small ways, but thought it was quirks from training. She did find the hair thing really odd, but didn't want to bring it up. My co-manager actually wasn't around during training, and I was telling her about how this behavior started from the very beginning and Sarah's inability to take small criticism. Apparently, she's never run into these problems with Sarah. No overstepping, no need to impress, no dejectedness. She was shocked to hear my experience, especially since she's the bad cop to my good cop. If anyone gets more pushback, it's usually her before me.
Oh, wait, so she imprinted on you.
Yeah, she's like, I will take your job.
You're just her work, everything.
You're her everything.
Work
You're
wife, work mom,
you're
work
her.
sister.
She's you. You're her.
I've also found out from her and some other employees when there was an instance where I was upset with her, she was deeply upset all day. She has now been showing up on her off days when I'm on shift to get takeout and expects warm welcomes from me as I'm working.
That's weird.
She's
That's-
like, be nice to me. Pay attention to me.
Isn't it your day off?
Yes.
Oh no.
Really,
I can't
truly,
be apart from you.
anytime I've ever worked in a restaurant and a coworker comes in on their day off, it's always immediately, why on earth are you here on your day off? You could go anywhere.
I would go to the S-Bucks, my old coffee shop,
The Spucks.
on my days off because I would get free
Spab.
drinks.
So that makes sense, and you would want to go say hi to your friends.
Yeah.
But this
Can
is
you
just
not get
like,
free food at restaurants? They don't give you anything free if you work there.
It depends on where you work.
Mm.
Mm.
If you get free things, I would understand going in.
Not for like, but it seems like not just one out of the blue shift. It seems like every day.
It's only it's
Yeah.
to COP.
It's definitely, but OP. Why are we not calling this out?
I've been keeping it friendly but brief as I'm busy or on break trying to rest. It's off-putting how deeply concerned with me she is. The rest of management is keeping an eye on this now, as we all have an off feeling about this, especially with these new surprise visits. And I have a good feeling about you guys listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We've got a little bit left to this story. Any final thought?
I really think you missed the opportunity to do something funnier.
Which
like you could
is-
have gotten like a beehive hairstyle.
That's what I'm saying. Show it with the ball cap.
Yeah, do something wild, but
Just-
not
yeah.
too wild. But something wild, and see if they do it.
Come into work and fake quit and be like, I'm joining a monastery. I'm becoming a monk.
I don't know. Personally, if someone just kept copying me, I would call them out because,
Okay, I'm going to start copying you.
all right, I'll call you out.
You can't copy him.
Good
His
luck.
flow is immaculate.
Yeah,
His
good luck.
style is
I'm going to start curling my
Impeccable.
hair every day.
Dye it black. Grow a mustache.
you're gonna curl your hair, dye it black, and get a spray tan.
I'm not going to do the tan. I won't go that far.
Yeah, we got. I don't. This. I would just. People need to call this out more often.
Yeah, especially if you seem to be in a position of power to a certain extent. Like, you're not necessarily. I don't think you're a manager, but you are. You have power over
Yeah,
her.
I'd
Like,
call,
yeah.
I'd call OP He-Man because they have the power.
You've got the power.
give you that
Call
one.
her out. Say, hey, you're making me uncomfortable. You're not doing your job. Can't be doing those things.
I would also try and check if this is like. I don't know if she has any friends or family or previous like partner. And like, is this a recurring thing with other people, or is this the first time?
I mean, how could you check that?
There is no
I feel like
record
they
of where
wouldn't-
she's
yeah.
been.
Exactly.
There is no record of her past. What past?
It was
You're
somebody
the only
else's.
life I know.
There is
I
no
don't know.
copying and bossing say.
You're my
Oh.
whole world, OP.
Don't like that.
Good morning, Petty. Oh wait, I can't see it anymore. Good morning, Petty Potato says, Kia, what are they gonna do? Call the cops for her showing up at her own workplace on her off days? It's a public restaurant.
Yeah.
No, but you go, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? Literally.
Yeah. Why are you always here when I'm here?
And
You
not
are-
even
yeah.
as
Stop
like a
following
mean
me.
thing.
I
It would
would-
just be like a bro, like why are you here? Oh, you're here to visit me? Shut up. Go somewhere else. You work here.
Take like a sick day and see if she comes in and he's like, because Opie's not here. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I
strange.
bet she would.
Strange.
Well, we got an edit. Something I forgot to mention in my post that a comment reminded me was that Sarah also gets very upset when I help customers or do tasks before she can. She often calls me stubborn and sulks when she realizes I got there before her.
Huh?
What?
What?
She has told me it makes her feel bad and that I need to work less hard. This really irks me, as it feels like a child upset that I didn't let them win. I have a job to do, and I rose to this position because I do it well. I will not ignore tasks in order to make you feel better or let you feel like you helped. I also find it in bad taste to call your manager stubborn. Oh, OP is the manager. So you definitely have power. To her face, but maybe that's just me. In person, I laugh it off and tell her, guess you gotta be quicker than me. So you haven't actually kind of given her any guidance on this until you got mad at her.
You're honestly equal parts of the problem here.
Yes. If this girl is bothering you and not doing her job and you're her manager, you're allowed to say, hey, you're not doing your job, and have a conversation with her until she does it right.
Now, you don't even need to do it as a manager. Just go to her as a person and be like, dude, what's going on? Why do you act
Yeah.
like this with me?
What
What is going on?
There's no update. I checked.
Hang on. But
What are we doing?
That is the end of that story. Do we have any donations?
I can check.
It is both the end of that story and the end of this stream.
Yeah.
You can call
I know
me
we have
Al.
some donations that we got on Saturday, which we're trying to get. We have to do.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we have to go through the back end and gather those all up. But know that we saw them and we're gonna find those,
Yes.
even if we have to go through the whole stream to get them.
We will get them. We
will get
apologize.
them.
Yeah, it was hard because
Yeah.
we had to get out of there. If
We
we had,
we get charged if we stayed there, so we
were
couldn't do it again.
contractually obligated.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
we will find them. And thank you so much for everyone who donated and joined the live and came live. We loved seeing you guys in person. That was
So much fun.
awesome.
That
It was
was
so much
cool.
fun.
That was cool.
And we will be doing it again. So I hope that you guys liked it.
Yeah.
But that is the end of that stream. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.